Rosario. I love it here. I love being on camera. I love life. But you know what? Sometimes I don't like having to have a real moment. And right now I'm crying out for a real moment, okay? And it's just like reality check reevaluation. I'm telling you the the path to success is really not just linear. It's just not straightforward. It goes up, down, round, round, side to side, pivot, twirl, you know? But as long as you twirl back into the right direction, use it right. Use it right. I feel like when you have a vision, don't give up on your vision, right? And I'm going somewhere with this. So, like, bear with me because I really have like a whole MO of why I'm having this conversation. Because I was slightly, just a little bit spiraling. And the reason why I was spiraling is because I feel like when I do something or I take a moment or I invest in things because my brand, the image executive, is about making executive decisions, right? It's about executing and keep it cute. It's all about aesthetics, assets, and aesthetics. And sometimes, you know, sometimes, how can you say it? Like, you invest in an asset and you expect a return because that's what an asset is. And then everything that looks good aesthetically is not always good for you, you know? And I know just from my journey in sales and entrepreneurship, like they always teach you, style, image, the way you project, the way you present yourself. They say pretty people sell more. It ain't me. Don't shoot the messenger. This is just what I was taught in my evolution of growth, life. Like if you cute, you're more hireable, you're more aesthetically pleasing, you're more inviting. And it's true. I believe that. Like I really do. I've seen it. But just because something looks good, it doesn't mean it's authentic. It don't mean that it's real. It's the real deal. Just like a bag, for example, you could see something that's really close to the authentic, but it's something that's quite not there. And you might not know until you get it. So I say that to say, right? I had vowed to go all in, right? And it was with this company. I signed up for a company with this company. It's called Akashics. And the reason why I signed up is because I wanted to learn how to trade. And the reason why I wanted to learn how to trade is because I already work in the insurance business. And it's a product called the IUL. And your money goes on the market. And your product, even annuities, they have they're able to grow. So growing money without, you know, working or having that passive income is amazing to me. So I want to learn the stock market, like I want to. And I know insurance, you could get your license as a serious series 6 and you could like help people set up their accounts and stuff like that. But no, I didn't want to do that. I just really want to learn how to trade, right? That's it. Cuz my son, he does trading and he does it very well. Like he was doing good. And I've seen like live results. But I also know that his risk management is not the best because I've seen him lose like $70,000. But I've seen him, profit 50,000. And I do know about risk management. So that's why um I want to know exactly what to do. Sometimes I would give him my money and let him, trade, but I've seen where he was like, hey, I'm gonna give it right back. And then it took time. So I do know that, it's a process. So I'm like, hey, I want to learn because if I take the risk, then it's on me. I can only blame me. I don't want to have to blame anybody else or be upset, but he didn't have time to teach me. So it's this school or this program called Akashics. They teach people how to trade. I'm like, I like that. I like it. I would love it. Right. But they also have a side where, hey, y'all, thank y'all for joining. Hey, I'm just, creating this live for content because I need some content on my page and I'm sharing my real life journey. Like my life is a reality show and I'm here for it. hmm And this is my real life journey, okay? So I don't like for nobody to play with me, and I'm not here to play with nobody. And I'm not gonna say I'm not I'm not like a money hungry person, okay? Because I know that everything I want I get. I know that money flows to me easily and effortlessly. So I never felt like I have to hustle, I have to, work hard. But I do know that consistency, diligence, being focused, being disciplined, those are keys to success. Like that's real. But always going hard, no. You don't I'm not here to compete with nobody. I just want to win at being the best me that I can be. I want to add value. So for me, like working on teams that's like, you know, rushing. I'm not here to rush, you know, um, but I am here to be diligent. If I set a goal, I want to accomplish that goal. And so publicly, I said I was all in for the 90-day challenge. And the 90-day challenge was based on faith, family, finance, fitness, fitness, and fun. I love all those things. So I felt like it was just so aligned with me. And then I like how they do the 3-day fast. I'm like, this is a community that um edifies my values. So I was really excited about that. And then aesthetically, like the lady who introduced me to the business, who I saw, like she's giving everything, okay? So we know that's a great sales tool. She's giving everything. And I felt like we're like-minded. So, I would love to do business with her. She did what she was supposed to do. Sell me a product, right? So with the Akashic system, you're learning how to trade. And there's another side where you could sell the educational platform, right? So I'm like, well, why would I pay $2,000 to learn how to trade versus learning on my own? And I saw, like, I know that you have to pay for education. Like, you just do. And I'm not looking for instant gratification. I'm here for the long run. So I wouldn't mind investing $2,000 to pay to learn something, right? But at the same time, I feel like I'm not learning at the speed and I don't have the access that I need because I feel like I'm behind. I want a little bit more out of it. Like I want more from what I'm paying for because I feel like I could take that same year and study and make errors on my own. I could do the same thing on my own. If that's the case. And so then I had asked my cousin and she said that she was interested and stuff like that. And so then she was like, you could teach me how to trade, cousin. I'm not here to teach you. Like, it's a platform where you can learn yourself. You have to make the same time like I'm making. That's like me going to college cosmetology school and spending $18,000 on my education. You think that I'm just going to teach you for free? No, 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 I'm not. That makes no sense. No. So I was like, you know what? I was like really having a moment where I was just like really trying to figure it out. So I was like, I like the concept of this business, but I don't like how I'm maneuvering in it. It was like a me issue. So I had a conversation with Gemini, right? And I said that I wanted to do a live and share my journey because I feel like I haven't made any money in this business. I just been investing, you know, and how it was projected to me. I don't feel like I'm getting what I was told I was getting. So now my upline wants to do a launch party. And I don't really feel so great about the launch party because I'm not excited as, in the business. No one has joined, nor have I made any money. So what am I launching? I'm still trying to figure out the ones twos in trading. So I'm like, is it a me issue? That's what I asked. And let me show you our conversation because when I talked to AI, they was like, don't do it. Da-da-da-da-da. I gotta show you. I gotta show you because, you know, as I'm sitting here having this conversation, to me it sounds like it's something that I should continue doing, right? It only makes sense. You have to pay for your education. It's not a instant gratification. I know that, right? But let me tell you. And so then after I talked to Gemini, because that's who I was talking to, then I talked to my daughter and she was saying Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, because to me, a job where you can never get rich, that's a Ponzi scheme. A place where you have unlimited capital and access, to growth and you really have freedom. That makes sense to me. It really does. But let me show you the conversation I had with AI earlier. But this phone is about to die. Hey Gemini, I just want to have a conversation about how I'm feeling. I'm with this company called AkashX, AKASHX, and it teaches people how to trade, and it is also a business where you can make money by selling the trading education. What do you think about that company, or what do you know about that company?
AkashX is an interesting platform because it sits at the intersection of financial education and social selling. It's essentially a hybrid model, part educational academy for trading, forex, crypto, etc., and part network marketing, MLM. Earn commissions by building a team. Here is a breakdown of what the
Is
landscape
like
looks
a
like for the company right now. One, educational side. The core product is the AkashX Academy, which offers video lessons, hundreds of training modules, and advanced live trading sessions, real-time sessions where
be
you can watch
careful.
them live
Thank
in the
you.
marketplace.
Let's see.
Tap trade. These are signals sent to your phone telling you when to enter or exit a trade. Two, the business side, the affiliate model. This is where the selling the education part comes in. Like many direct selling companies, they have a refer three and it's free type of incentive. Pros, it allows people to potentially offset their monthly subscription costs and build a secondary stream of income. Cons, in the trading world, this often draws criticism. Some people feel that if the trading education were truly world class, the company wouldn't need a recruiting model to stay afloat. 3. What to watch out for. Regulation. Some financial authorities, like the MFSA, have issued warnings in the past regarding market services. specifically noting that they aren't licensed to provide financial advice. It's important to remember that these educators are usually not licensed financial. Success rates trading is notoriously difficult. Statistics often show that 90% of day traders lose money over the long term. The added pressure of a subscription fee sometimes lead people to over leverage their trades to pay for the membership. The hype factor on sites like Trustpilot reviews are very mixed. Some users love the community and the live sessions, while others complain about the culture. My perspective signal and teaches you how to fish, the academy. However, the real hook for many is trading with important side from the actual school. What's your experience been with the actual trading side so far? Have you found the tap to trade alerts easy to follow?
So honestly, I've just been using my demo account, and with the demo account I have like $10,000 in there, and I was it was growing progressively. Like in one day when I decided to tap in, um I made almost $200. And so then I wanted my son to, because he knows how to trade. And so then within a few minutes, he turned my account from 1,100 to 1,200. So, I wanted to continue trading with him. Then I think he made another 400, and then somehow he lost like $2,000 on my demo account. So I was like, uh-uh. And then he never got it back. So my demo account is down, and it kind of made me, so I've been doing the tap to trades, but it's very slow, like is zero point 0.1. So you see the money growing, but at the same time, that's not real growth. If you have it in a product, it'll grow way faster than zero point 0.1 because that's what they tell you to put as the lot size. So with some of the tap to trades, you have 60 seconds to respond. Some of them you have 2 minutes. The one for 60 seconds, it gets stuck, and I can't respond to it. I always miss that trade. But I haven't started a live account because I feel like I haven't mastered trading on a demo account. So I don't feel like I've made any money, honestly. I haven't made any money. I've just been spending money. Let's see. And y'all don't judge me because I
App. It's exactly why take away. See how quickly drug small lot sizes and thrill seeing big numbers. Zero point zero 0.01 side, 0.01 side, a microbot, like what when you find the growth
Mhm.
and exciting when 60-second window. Factory missing a 60-second window is a common execution speed. Yep, for Windows, 60 to 120 seconds. Incredible sensitive. Second, trade prices are or a mini season page actually 60 more trend. Spending versus an expense. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm live having this conversation. So I like to get to the nitty gritty, and you're kind of drawn out in my attention span. Ooh, maybe that's why I haven't made any money in trading. I do think trading can be an asset, right? So that's why I joined because my brand is about assets and aesthetics. However, it's not an asset if I'm just spending money. Um, I feel like there's another way that I can learn how to trade without spending $2,000 and taking a year to learn how to trade. And it's kind of codependency. I'm relying on other people's trades in order to win. And then how can I focus on trading if I'm trying to build a business? So, what is the success rate for this? Thank you.
That's like before. Here is the breakdown and the asset risk facing one death rates. The industry average, data from 2025 and 2026, shows that 1% to 4% consistent profit factor. Studies indicate that 99% of 149 costs. Trading is statistically unlikely to pay for assets. Your risk. It's not happening in your head. In your words, asset aesthetic, true asset is something positive down, not currently and with I hope who aren't looking for that disappears. Three, the faster slash cheaper way. You do not need to pay $2,000 when in to learn how to trade. If you want to consider these alternatives. Link to babypips.com, the gold standard for free Forex education. Preschool to university course that costs $0. YouTube educators. Look for price action traders who don't sell a system or a membership. Prop firms. Once you master the demo, firms like TopStep or Apex let you pay a small fee, e.g., $50, to take a test. If you
Okay, so that was good info. But again, you went too long because I'm on live and I'm really just trying to do a quick live. I came on here to do like a 10-minute video, but my live is going into 2 minutes. But I guess I'll just continue because I do want to, add value and really figure this out. Because while I was talking, to my live, it didn't seem as bad. Paying $2,000 for education is not bad, because you could go to beauty school and pay $17,000 for your education, or you could go to business school and, maybe pay, but you are walking away with a certification, okay? Just like I went to learn insurance, I walked away with a certification. So you're not walking away with a certification, but you are able to learn. But I feel like for my upline, she wasn't accessible. And I feel like she wants to do a grand opening. And I don't feel like I'm really as excited about the product to do a grand opening. And I'm happy that I did not start with the $2,000 because that was an option. I know how I am. So I was like, let me start with the 299. And if I like it, then I'll, upgrade the package. And based on how it's moving slow, for me, I'm like, that was the waste of my 299. I didn't get what I paid for. And they was supposed to do a launch party within 72 hours. And this is about to go on my third month to pay another 299, So it's just like I like the aesthetics of it, but it's not really giving asset. It's not giving value. I'm not feeling the value. And then when they say be coachable, be coachable. Like you got to follow the system in order to understand success. You got to follow success. And I understand, but sometimes being sound when I hear be coachable, it sounds like they want you to be retarded. They don't want you to ask questions. They just want you to follow a system. And I'm not really big on following. And so I try to reprogram my mindset and I think about Harriet Tubman when she was freeing the slaves and she was like, hey, come this way. You had to follow. But it was some people who went off and they found their way to freedom, they didn't go on her path. So I do know that it's more than one way to reach success, and I don't really feel aligned with this because of the slow motion for me. Like, I don't mind spending money, and I'm here for a long time, not a short time, but I feel like I haven't gotten what I wanted. It's just not giving. And so then when I was trying to have a conversation with my upline, she was very dismissive. She's very polished. So it's like I can't be too mad at her because you know her personality, but at the same time, it's like I feel like I'm being strung along. And then a lot of people think of it as a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme, but I don't think of it like that. You know, I understand and I see the value, but it's just not moving away. So, should I just shut up and follow the system, or should I continue to be innovative and creative?
Keeping it short and real for your life. You aren't being a businesswoman. You paid for it and haven't received promised. Contract is already broken. In your world of assets and aesthetics, this is currently a pretty package with no substance. The nitty gritty, the coaching
That makes
in
sense.
these systems, be coachable, is often code for question. Your upline is dismissive and hasn't 72 hours. They're focusing on their own dimensions. You're right. Beauty and insurance school give you a earn. This gives you login isn't teaching you how to be independent. It's just a subscription. The Harriet Tubman logic brand. Following a system only works if the system is actually moving. If it's slow motion and costing you $300, you're just funding someone's asset. You should continue to be innovative. System isn't giving you value. Stop feeding it. You
Mm,
can learn to trade the asset for free elsewhere without the polished dismissiveness and the head. Don't be brand open for a product you don't believe in. That's how you damage your own brand's aesthetic and trust. The bottom line, if it's not giving assets and it's not giving value, are you keeping it because you like the idea of it or because it's actually making you a better trader?
Hmm. Well, honestly, the reason why I was considering keeping it and feeling bad for quitting, because I said I'm all in. And like I said, the all in alignment matched what I was going for. But at the same time, I don't feel like my upline is all in. And they say, well, hey, this is everybody's business. They don't have time. That's why you have the system to teach you. It's not here. They're not here to teach you, but I can't get through the system because there's certain things that I just don't understand. Then I use the support system. I'm still not being fed. And I see in a system where people are getting, you know, quicker results and stuff like that. And I want those quicker results, but I don't know. That's why I was questioning, is it me? Is it me? And then, like I said, she's always rushing or she's never on time. So I'm like, is it her? Is it just the alignment with her? Because, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. I would just want to make the best move. I don't want to sell anybody no bullshit, and I don't want to buy into no bullshit, you know?
You are worried that it's you. Let's clear that up right now. It's not you. In your professional background, whether in real estate or insurance, you know that a solid business requires reliability and accessibility. If your mentor is constantly rushing or late, she isn't all in on your success. She's just all in on your subscription. Here's the fast take on your situation: the all in guilt. You feel bad for quitting, but switching paths isn't quitting, it's pivoting. A CEO doesn't keep pouring money into a marketing campaign that doesn't convert. If the support system is failing you, all in starts to look like sunk cost. The mismatch: you're a businesswoman who values her brand. If you feel like you're being sold bullshit, your intuition is protecting your reputation. If you can't stand behind the product with 100% confidence, doing a grand opening will feel like a lie. and your audience will smell it. The system excuse. If the system was enough, they wouldn't need uplines. They use the system as a shield to avoid doing the actual work of mentorship. The reality of quick results. In these groups, the people getting quick results are often the ones focusing on recruiting, the actual trading. Trading is a skill that takes time. Recruiting is just sales, the move. Don't let loyalty to a dismissive mentor drain your bank account. You've already identified that it's not giving value. You can take that $300 a month and put it into a real trading account or high quality, non education where the teachers are actually incentivized to help you, not just sign you up. If you aren't feeling the alignment, it's because the alignment isn't there. Trust that feeling. Does the idea of hitting cancel feel like a failure? Or does it actually feel like a weight off?
Phone died. My phone is dead. While I'm drinking. Did my phone die? No, it didn't. I guess it just stopped. Thank y'all so much just for tuning in and helping me figure out my life. Like Chat GPT and Gemini is very resourceful and helpful. Okay. People be so afraid of like AI, thinking that it's gonna take over or take away. I feel like if you're ultimately creative, is only adding value to your creativity. Like it's like an organization skill, you know? And I like it. I definitely use AI tools. I came on here just to vent and give a audit on my experience because I like the all in, and I feel like I have to go all in for Patricia before I go all in for anybody. And as a creative, as an entrepreneur, if something doesn't align, I can't make time. So, it's like part of me wants to, quit. Part of me wants to stay because I kind of have a vision with it. And like when I have a vision, it's like, let's go. But just the way everything's aligning and I don't feel the success in it for me, it makes me like I'm not interested because I feel like I'm a valuable person. I'm valuable. So I feel like if I'm on anybody's team, I want to feel appreciated. Just like if I have somebody to sign up, I'm like, hey, let's do this, let's do that. But I do know it's your own business. I know that people are on different levels and stuff like that. But I don't know. Yes, it's giving misalignment for me. Okay, well, I'm out on this live. Y'all stay tuned to my story. Um, my overall rating on Akashics in the Rich University. I think I think MLMs need to stop saying be coachable. Even, like in my insurance business, like I'm not saying I'm not a coachable person. I'm not saying that because I am willing to learn, but the learning has to feel aligned, you know? And I feel like I have value too, so I want to be listened to as well. I don't just want to listen and I'm not getting the results that I want. Like that's insane. Nah, not gonna do it. But I do think that the program is a good learning tool. I do think that you can learn. I do think if you have the right upline, you can grow. I didn't like at the meetings that they were saying people pay for $2,000 to learn, or people pay more. You can absolutely learn how to trade for free. Like, yeah. I'm not gonna say free because nothing in life is free. Nothing in life is free. Okay? Because I feel like if I learn a skill, I'm just not gonna be teaching for free. Yes, I'll give little jewels here and there, but I'm not about to do no one-on-one coaching for free. No, I'm not. Pay me. Mm-hmm. Pay me. So I don't know, maybe that's how my upline feel. I should have paid more. You should spend more time. But say that. Say that. So mm, that's just my stance right now. Part of me just want to walk away. Part of me, I'm like, it's valuable. I'll keep y'all posted. Oh, I'm so freaking embarrassed. Out.